Good morning. This is Billy Ray. Uh, Last night on Jacob's live stream, I heard him talking about workman's comp a little bit. So I'm going to touch on it from my point of view. Um, I've had to go through workman's comp claims. I've had quite a few family members go through workman's comp claims. I've seen where it worked well and where it didn't work well, and I can only speak from my context. I'm not an insurance man. I'm not an insurance salesman. I don't represent any company or workman's comp people. None of that. Okay, I can only speak from my experience. Right. So, um, when a crazy accident happens at work, somebody falls off a roof, or the truck driver and they get in a car wreck, something like that. Workman's comp works pretty good. There's some things you got to keep in mind. At least around here, workman's comp's got their own doctors. They don't want to pay for second opinions. They don't really want to hear second opinions. And anybody who is, hitched to a particular company to get their money from, I have a hard time trusting them. Now, some of these medical professionals might have me at heart, have my best interest at heart. They might not. I don't know them from Adam. I don't know that. I'm never going to be able to know that for sure. So I don't care if it's got to come out of your own pocket. Always have a second opinion. And if you ever have to fight it out in court, the second opinion is going to be very valuable. Okay. Also, when it comes to fighting with workman's comp, don't just hire the first lawyer to take your case. See, a lot of people make the mistake of just hiring the first person, because most workman's comp cases, they don't take money up front, and you're desperate and you don't know how to pay your bills, so you just say yes to the first person that says yes to you. It's this common misconception of they're giving me something. They're not giving you nothing, right? Hiring a lawyer for your workman's comp case is just as important as picking your spouse or picking the right surgeon, right? Very important. They're not giving you nothing. You're hiring them for a service that's going to cost you later. And if you lose, you're going to owe them money. Remember that. Also, remember that if you were going to get $50,000 anyway, right, and the lawyer gets you 60 and then takes 30%, you got less money. So think about those things. You got to be, when you get into this kind of stuff, don't let your emotions get involved. Don't let I'm scared of how to pay the bills get. No. Don't just take the check right now so you're good right now, because we're talking about a lifelong problem here for some injuries. That's it's best to have the responsible adults in your life, and I don't care if you're 90 and you're going through this. It's best to have as many responsible adults in your life, bouncing ideas and talking to them about it, because this stuff is very important. Now, this is where workman's comp does not work well at all, and I would say that it doesn't work. Like, it's not meant for this, is long-term wear and tear. Especially, like, and in a lot of construction work, a lot of guys move from company to company, because of work, because this guy's got more work than that guy, so on and so forth. And over a lifetime of being a framer or a carpenter or, a brick mason, so on, you develop injuries that you didn't think, those are simple injuries, and then they compound later, right? Or it's just wear and tear, and you tear your back up by the time you're 45. You don't know what you're going to do. Workman's comp doesn't cover things like that, and it's so hard to prove where exactly you got hurt. It's futile. And how can you hold one person accountable for something that happened somewhere else that you didn't even realize you hurt it then, right? So these are all big questions. Workman's comp is the answer to one side of the problem, but it's not an end all be all answer. We need to be more responsible in how we handle our health. And now I'm guilty as not taking care of myself for sure, but I think education on these matters is key. if you know somebody, all you tradesmen out there, all you ditch diggers and, wrench slingers and grease spinners, you know what I'm saying? Look, if you see a new guy coming in, talk to him about it. Talk to him about, hey man, if you pop your shoulder out and you get someone to reset it, don't think that's a waste of time. Go tell the boss man to see the doctor. I don't care if he's mad or not, because that could have problems later on in life. When you're 20, you're not thinking about stuff that's going to affect you when you're 35 or 40. Have talks with them youngins. Hell, some of you guys that are 35, 30, 40 years old right now, start putting some money away, because your body ain't going to hold up forever, homie. Start looking and finding what you can do when your body fails you, because it's gonna. It's gonna. There's a lot of ways around this, and personal responsibility is the main key. Take responsibility for yourself. Take responsibility for your actions. Don't let, shit out of your control bring you down and keep you in a slump. It's out of your control. You can't do nothing about it, right? So figure out what you can do things about and start working forward. So when the shoe drops, you've got it handled for yourself, for your family, and for the people around you. The easiest way to help people is not to be a burden on them with your bullshit because you didn't plan properly. Remember that. I'm preaching. Y'all have a good one now.